Hi, my name is Dangirutis Narusis. Originally, I'm from Lithuania. I was born in Lithuania. And 12 years ago, I decided to go to Ireland to work. So I lived in Ireland for last 11 and a bit years. And so after some time working as a truck driver, I decided to change something in my life. Just decided to I heard a lot of comments from my friends about Canada, so I decided to try to get truck driving job in Canada. And so now I'm here in Canada for 4 months. So when I worked in Ireland as a truck driver, last probably 3-4 years, I noticed a lot of advertisements in English newspapers for truckers, a lot of advertisements about truck driving job in Canada. And year from year, I was interested more and more, and finally just made decision and applied for few of them. So I was in interview for one company in Ireland, and second company was successful. They chose me, and mainly I found out about this job from the advertisements in newspapers for the truck drivers. So once I found job which I would like to do, I made application to a recruitment company in Ireland, Lawlerson Association, and they helped me with all documents, with the working visa, and they worked together with the company from Canada, Saskatoon, ALC, International Labour Centre. So once I got work visa and air tickets, I came to Saskatoon, and people from ALC met me in airport, and for that I'm grateful for them. Big thanks. So they helped for a lot of things for me. Yes, I'm not long in Canada, but all the situation I can see seems it's like good country for big opportunities. It's my personal opinion, and of course, if I want to proceed, I have to do all documents for immigration, to bring my family and establish for a long time. So at this stage, I'm thinking about immigration and stay in Canada. Once I started to do all my documents for working visa, for application for the work, it took. I started probably in middle of November 2011, and I arrived in Canada 22nd of May. So December, January, February, March, April, 6 months. Truck driving job in Canada, a bit different from Europe. The first thing is more heavier loads and more bigger trucks. Mostly of them double trailers. Personally, me driving double trailer. The trucks itself looks big, somebody thinks that it's comfort, more comfort than Europe. Yeah, in some cases it depends on the person. For some person it looks maybe more comfort. Some person would feel it's Europe trucks is better. For me, I can say in some cases Europe trucks is better, some cases here is better. First, probably main thing for truck drivers from Europe would be unusual gearbox, they calling it double clutching. It means you have to press twice clutch to change the gear. And if you're pulling very heavy loads, the gross weights allows here 63 and 500 tons. So once you want to start move truck with such load, it's like you have to know how to do it. Because in another case you can break your gearbox. To drive truck in Canada, for me personally, it's easier. Even I'm pulling 2 trailers. Because Canada is like open space. It's open roads. You know, such example, if I used to drive in Europe, sometimes, you know, I was bypassing the town, big city, and I used to make maybe 200 kilometers in 4 hours. Here you can make in 4 hours nearly 550. Like, it's, for me personally, it seems like empty roads, not a lot of traffic. Next thing is distances becomes too close, because some people say 200, 300 kilometers, it's very far. I can say for me now 500 kilometers, not too far. It's like a half a day work to drive 500 kilometers, because as I'm saying again, it's not much traffic. And roads, some places is hilly, some place just equal roads. I didn't have big problem with that. Another difference was with me. In Europe I used to work with the fridges. It means I used to carry food and our ambient loads. Here I'm working with bulk loads. I'm carrying grain, salt for the roads for the winter, and fertilizer. Once you will get to Canada, nobody lets you go straight on the road. Company makes about from 2 to 3 weeks training courses, and for me personally it was 1 week in the class. The company was explaining about work specific, about working hours, and then I started drive with another truck driver in one cab for a week and more, and after that they gave me the truck. I was following for 2 weeks another experienced driver. So once that driver says that I'm good, I can do all job on my own, boss says yeah, you can go. Working hours for truck drivers in Canada is the regulations nearly the same like in Europe. Mainly, yeah, hours is a bit longer. In Canada, if you're doing job in Canada, truck drivers can work 13 hours of driving and 14 hours on duty in 24 hours period. Unless you're doing 2 hours off duty during the day, then you can work 16 hours on duty in 24 hours period. And yeah, here is no tacho discs like in Europe or digital cards. Here is the logbooks. It means you marking with the pen on the book where you're making your stops, and what means then stops. If you're making like a stop for fuel filling, for your brake, you're just marking below, you're writing that I was stopped for such and such a reason. If trucks breaks down on the road, personally my company, I'm not doing nothing, even not changing the wheels. I'm just ringing to my dispatch or workshop manager, and he sends to me the service. Company pays for that time which I'm sitting and waiting. They calling it delay time. Would like to add about working hours. Personally me, I'm not working as a team driver. I heard of some friends that team driving, it's like somebody calls it non-stop driving. One sleeps and another driver drives. In my company I'm not doing that. It means once I reached my 16 hours or 14 hours on duty limit per day, I'm stopping for 8 hours break. If I did work, like if I was on duty 14 hours, then I have to be for 10 hours off duty. It means I sleep for 10 hours. If I worked 16 hours, that means I made 2 extra hours off duty during my day, so then I can make my break 8 hours. And after 70 hours on duty in 1 week, or like in 7 days, once you're reaching 70 hours on duty limit, you have to stop for 36 hours break. My present job now mostly includes trips going to western part of Canada, and usually I'm starting 6-7 o'clock in the morning, and if I'm loaded, just going to unloading the place. As I said, mostly to western of Canada. I don't know, for some people it says or not, it's Alberta or British Columbia. Usually I'm driving about from 500 to 800 kilometers a day. I don't know, if I would say, it would be like maybe 8 or 9 hours driving, and the rest time is on duty or off duty. It means I'm waiting to get loaded or I'm waiting to get unloaded. And if I see that my load booking times for load and load like allows to me to make stops, I'm stopping for coffee, for meals, and usually my working day finishes at sometimes 7, sometimes 9, so I would say 9, 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I have 10 or 8 hours break. Once I arrived in Saskatoon, it's, yeah, was a bit different from Ireland to here. Ireland is a hilly and green country. Winter or summer doesn't matter. Here I arrived in the May month, and for me it was unusual that landscape was equal. No mountains, like they call it prairies. So yeah, I really understood what means prairies. It means like you're standing and watching to horizon, and you can see, like you see equal land. People in Canada, I'm 4 months, but I didn't meet any like unpolite, angry people. Everybody helped me what I wanted to find out, and very kind, very warm people. My personal opinion would be like, it's no any discrimination like against newcomers, immigrant or old comers. What I could feel in some places in Europe, because originally, as I said, I am from Eastern Europe. So once again I want to repeat that people in Canada are very warm and very helpful, and if you would ask any person in street, they would, if they know answer, they will answer. They wouldn't turn head, to a different side. So personally, me, I like it. Before I was going to come to Canada, a lot of my friends and not friends, good people who I know said, yeah, probably will be a big culture shock for you, because it's, different land, different country. I can say true, I didn't feel that. Maybe because I lived already for 11 years in Ireland, and as a truck driver I was traveling all over the Europe. For me personally, it wasn't a big shock. I don't know, like, what to say more, but no, I like, yeah, still now few of my friends asking me, do I feel free here? Like, yeah, it's not a problem for me. Probably the main thing why I came to Canada, it was my goal. About that goal I started to think when I worked in Europe. And the first thing I tried to do in Europe, but this situation is bad. So a lot of people were saying, go to Canada, that's a land of freedom, and lot of land of opportunities. First thing I was smiling, but time from time I understood I was gathering information from internet from everywhere I could reach, and so I am in Canada. Yeah, I only 4 months, but I can already now to speak about my, I don't know, small or big plans about future, and like I already understand that my goal is reachable here in Canada. I don't want much, I don't want less, I want to be like normal people, and as a truck driver I like this job, I like truck driving, and probably as every truck driver thinks maybe one day I could drive my own truck. So at this day this is my main goal, and I don't know, I'll try to make it in reality. In the few first week in my work I met Englishman who lives already 8 years in Canada, and he was laughing and saying, "Did I work hard in Europe?" I said, "Yeah, I worked hard in Europe." He said, "Yeah, then you came to the right country, because once you're working hard, you will achieve everything in Canada. This is the right country for growing up children's, for social life, and for normal life."